What's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, man? Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Lucky 56. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it off to Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down to Barkley on the check down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touch. Down. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Gallman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Over. All right, now, look at 50.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Four down. Alert. I got 11.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away, and now it's down to a one-score game.
They begin with a run by Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
They'll look to throw here. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319! Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Motion to the backfield. Motion to the backfield.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They keep it with Barkley on first down. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. It's Barkley on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just can. Continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. The pitch goes to Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
This one left side caught by Barrios. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. 53 play. Check 53 play. What we got? What we got?
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No, ball.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he'll complete this one to Barrios. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Dante Pettis from 19 yards away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
3-19. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 93 for Mike. 93 for Mike. All day, every day, any day.
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. To throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's back to throw. To Barkley on the check down. Oh, and now some space to operate. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Now a desperation, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course,